In today's video, a step-by-step guide on how to use layer 0 and potentially qualify for the airdrop. In our previous videos, I showed you guys that I had qualified for most activities on Arbitrum, and that is why at some point my Arbitrum airdrop were worth $178,000. Now in this video, I'm going to show you step by step what you need to do in order for you to qualify for the layer 0 airdrop. It is not guaranteed. Obviously, we have to do what we have to do. So let's get started. Again, I'm going to post all this information, the step-by-step guide here on our Discord, and you'll find that under the airdrop section here on our Discord. You can see this is all the information that we're looking at here. So let's get right into the first step here. The first step is basically just installing MetaMask. Just make sure that you have MetaMask installed on your browser, whether you're using a browser extension or using your mobile phone. Step number 2 is to do a cross-chain swap using SushiSwap. So basically this uses a layer 0 technology. Once you toggle this on here, it will be a cross-chain swap, which means you're moving funds from one network to another. For example, here we can move funds from Binance to Arbitrum 1, and the funds that we want to move is USDC. You can see I have over $1,000 here, and we want to move this to STG because that's going to be our next step when we have to stake STG. So I'm going to move $5.5 US. In this case, because I've already, staked my tokens before, I'm going to switch networks here. So go ahead and actually swap that. And once you're done swapping that, you want to exit out of this. And then let's move to step number 3. We already purchased some STG. So what we have to do in this case is to stake our STG. I've already covered this in our previous videos. I'm going to leave that video in the description of this one here. So once you're on Stargate Finance, you want to click over to stake, and you want to click on the Arbitrum because that's where we actually bought our STG. So basically what we want to do is to stake the rest of the STG that we have. I'm just going to put 1 month here, and then I'll go ahead and just stake my token. So basically I'm looking them up. The most important thing here is that we're getting about 19.8 or 19.3 VESTG. So basically this allows us to vote on the snapshots, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So once you're done looking that up, that's all that you have to do. The next step is going to be voting on the snapshot. So that is step number 4. So I'm going to click on that. And right now you can see that we don't have any open proposals, but what we can do is you can click on this icon here. So basically you want to click on this so that you get notified whenever they have an open proposal. So make sure that you click on that and you activate the bell on that. If we come back here, we can see that on our previous proposals that we did vote, and I did show you guys on our previous videos on how to do that. And you can see here I did vote on this proposal, and I did vote on this one. I also voted on this one here. So you want to make sure that you have at least voted more than 3 times. So I'll leave also that in the description of this video. Let's go back to now step number 5. So on step number 5, we basically want to transfer funds on Stargate. Remember earlier on we were doing staking on Stargate, but now we can move funds from one blockchain to another. In this case, I want to move USDT from Binance Smart Chain, and I want to move that to Polygon. And I still want to move it to Polygon USDT. I'll go ahead and just click about $999 US, and you can see I'm paying roughly just less than $1. So that is okay with me. I'm going to click transfer. Then I'll go ahead and approve this. You can see on gas fees I'm paying about 25 cents. So yes, sometimes these gas fees may be a little bit expensive for some of the people out there, but trust me, it's going to be worth it at the end if the airdrop does come out. So this process may take a while, so you just have to be patient. You can see here this one is going to take 1 minute. So let's wait for the 1 minute and then I'll be back. All right, so now we can see that this transaction was completed. So I'm going to exit out of that. Now, if you want to move this at a later stage, you can just toggle this around and then click on max again. You can see now we'll be moving these funds on the other side. So, but I won't do that. I'm going to exit out of that. Now let's move on to step number 6, which is going to be using LiquidSwap. Again, I have more details here on this document with regards to all the wallets that you need. For example, here you need an additional wallet in order for you to do this task. So once you click on that, you can see that I have completed about 2 transactions here. Again, all these uses a layer 0 technology, so it's very important to know that So what we have to do here is to move funds from one blockchain to another. In this case, we could be moving funds from, let's say, I'll move it from Polygon and I'll move that to the Aptos network. So I'm going to click on Max. So basically I'm moving the same amount of money that I had moved earlier on. And I'll click on transfer. And I'll confirm, and you can see here it's very, very cheap. The gas fees are very cheap, so I'm gonna click on that, and you can see this transaction was then submitted successfully. We can now click on the block explorer to actually see that this uses a layer 0 technology. As you can see here, it says layer 0. Now that's all that you need to do here. Again, you can move these funds around if that's what you want, but as you can see, we're paying about $1 every time we transact, so you need to be aware of that. So now we're done with step number 6, I believe. Yeah, that was step number 6. Let's move on to step number 7, and that's going to be using the Aptos bridge. So I'm going to click on that, and I already have my wallet connected here, so maybe let's disconnect my wallet. So I'm going to disconnect this and also disconnect this one so that I can show you guys from the beginning. So what you need to do is to click on go to transfer, or click right here on top, and then from here you then need to connect the wallets that I just disconnected. So I'm going to click on connect wallet. I need to connect my MetaMask and also connect my Quantum wallet. So I've got both wallets connected now, and what I can do is then move funds again from one blockchain to another. In this case, I've got $100 on Aptos. I can click on that, and then I can move that to, let's say, Matic network, or I can move that to Binance Smart Chain, whatever I want to do. In this case, I'm just going to move it to Binance Smart Chain, and I'll click on Max. And the nice thing here is that you can see I'm getting the same amount of tokens that I am moving. So the transactions that I'm paying for here is basically just the gas fees, but you can see I'm getting the exact amount of tokens that I'm transferring, unlike here on LiquidSwap. So let's click on that and click transfer. I'm gonna go ahead and just put my password. I'll go ahead and just confirm this. And you can see this transaction was also submitted successfully. So it's just a matter of waiting for this to be processed on the blockchain. Again, you can move these funds back and forth if that's what you want. I will make an in-depth course for those of you that are beginners, and especially if you're part of our group here on Discord, you'll be able to find that course for absolutely free. It's going to be a long in-depth that explains everything that you need to know, because some people are just completely beginners and this is like literally a foreign language to them. So now that this is still pending, let's move on to the next step. We are almost done here, and basically that's going to be to bridge on Radiant. So now we can come back here and click on bridge, and basically we're now moving funds from, we're bridging Radiant from Arbitrum to Binance Smart Chain. So I'm going to click on bridge Radiant, and I'll confirm that. You can see everything was done successfully. So basically we had bridge one Radiant from Arbitrum to Binance Smart Chain. Again, the best way to do this will be to buy Radiant from a centralized exchange and then withdraw that using the Arbitrum network, then come over here and bridge it. If that is complicated, I'm probably gonna go ahead and make an in-depth video for those of you that are completely beginners. So let's go on and finish the rest of the steps here. The next step was going to be using the demo, but this demo here on layer 0, it is currently not available right now, as you can see. So what I'm going to be doing in the future, I will make a separate video where I'm going to be getting you guys a different demo whereby you can use Testnet Tokens to actually be part of this. Again, for those of you who are part of our Discord group, you can just put your wallet address under faucet and we'll be able to send you Testnet ETH so that you can do such activities. So let's move on to the next step. And again, guys, this is currently not available right now. So I'll be making a dedicated video on how to do this on a testnet. So make sure that you do subscribe. The next thing is to basically check how far you've done with regards to the transactions. So I'm going to click on this link. That's the first link. And then I'll click on this second link right here. No, I'll click on this link, the last one right here. Again, you can find all these links, guys, in the description, or rather you can find them under Airdrop section here on our Discord. It seems like I only posted until step 4 here on our Discord. So let's go ahead and post the rest of the steps. It's a good thing that I saw that. So I'm gonna click this, copy this, and I'll post it here on our Discord. So basically now everything you need is here on our Discord. So basically now we can go ahead and check these 2 links. So this is going to be the first link and this is going to be the second link. So basically what we want to see here is the amount of people that are using layer 0, but not only that, to see how far we are ranked on layer 0, so that's when the airdrop does happen, we can see sort of like more or less the quantity of the tokens that we'll be getting. Remember that on Arbitrum, we got most airdrop because we're doing all these transactions and we're able to do, or rather use it, all these protocols and bridges. So that's the same thing that I want to teach you guys here on layer 0. So if we come back to these links, what you can see here, this is the total number of users. So about 2.5 million wallets are active on layer 0, and these here are the transactions. Doesn't really matter, but this is the number that matters the most. I'll show you why it matters the most. Here you can see the people that are ranked on top. Here, this is the ranking score, number 24. The number 1 person is ranked number 24 with 36 transactions. Why they rank number 1? Because of the volume that they are able to do and the amount of blockchains or smart contract that they interacted with. Now, how you can check yourself here is you can come here and copy your wallet address and actually paste it right here. So I'm going to copy my wallet address. So we click on this icon to copy, and then I'll paste it right here. And just click somewhere on the website. It doesn't matter, and just give it some time. You can see that we are ranked number 21. Now this is fascinating. You can see that we are ranked number 21 and we've got 98 transactions, and I just done more transactions right now. So that transaction is going to be going up. What you want to be aiming for is at least 100 transactions. As you can see here on Arbitrum, that if you had 100 transactions, you can see that you would have got more tokens just for having more transactions here on Arbitrum 4. So that's the same thing that we want to be aiming for here. And the transaction volume and the breached volume, you can see I've got $71,000. Now the aim here is to push this over to $100,000, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to get this number to $100,000 without you having $100,000. It's going to be really fascinating, so make sure that you do subscribe. So let's come back to, this is a second website. You can just go ahead and paste your wallet address right here and click on check. So it's going to take a moment for it to basically just scan through the blockchain. Here you can see that it's picking up that we've got $71,000 in transaction, and you can see that my wallet actually is ranked on the top 1%. I'm actually number 31,994. From here you can see that there are about 2.5 million wallets that have interacted with layer 0, and so for me to be ranked number 31,000, that is very huge. That means that I'm doing something right. Obviously I have to use more chains and do more transactions, which is something that I'm going to be showing you guys on our next videos. So if you find this video very helpful, make sure that you do subscribe, turn on all post notifications, because this is how I'm trying to help you guys to earn a little bit of money so that you can use that money to go ahead and trade with on the futures market, because this channel is all about trading on the futures markets. Now if you come here and you check on our P&L, you can see that people are actually trading here on our community. We share trading signals and trading ideas so that you can go ahead and use those funds to actually make more money on a daily basis or weekly basis as you become a day trader. We teach you everything that you need to know for absolutely free. We need nothing from you. The only thing that you have to do, sign up using one of our affiliate link, then use your UID to be part of our Discord group. The only thing that you have to do is to head over to vusidesigner.com and make sure that you only submit your UID if you know that you signed up using our link. If you submit and you know that you haven't used our link, it's not going to work. It's not going to give you access. So this is the link right here to use, or this is the code, and make sure that you have at least $100 on your account, and then you can put your UID and give us your email address and submit. So if you guys want to see more, make sure that you smash the like button, subscribe, and in the next video I'm going to be showing you more protocols that you can be using to be eligible for the airdrop here on layer 0. Like I said, I want to increase the chains that I'm using, so I'm going to put in the playlist here of all the airdrops that I believe are going to be big in 2023 and 2024. So go ahead and click on that. I will see you guys there. Goodbye for now.